Do you ever find yourself stuck in your head, replaying the same worries over and over? Why did I say that? What if I fail? What if something goes wrong? You're not alone. That's called overthinking. And today, we're gonna break it using scientifically proven methods. Let's stop the spiral and start thinking smarter. Overthinking is the habit of repetitive negative thinking, often about things you can't control or that haven't even happened. According to Dr. Susan Nolan-Hoeksema, a Yale psychologist who studied this for over 20 years, overthinkers are more prone to anxiety, depression, and poor problem solving. Here's the twist. Your brain thinks it's helping you by solving something, but it's just looping, not resolving. The first scientifically supported step, label your thoughts. A 2007 UCLA study found that simply naming a negative emotion, like I'm feeling anxious or this is worry, reduces activity in the brain's fear center, the amygdala, and increases activity in the logical part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex. It's called affect labeling. Instead of spiraling, you step back and observe the thought. Just say to yourself, I'm noticing a worry, or my brain is doing that overthinking thing again. That simple shift reduces the thought's emotional power and gives you distance.
Next, let's say you're stuck worrying about a decision, a job, a relationship, money. Try this, the 5-minute rule. Set a timer and allow yourself exactly 5 minutes to worry, journal, or overthink all you want. Go all in. Then, when the timer ends, stop, shift gears. Behavioral psychologists call this thought containment. You're giving your brain a specific container for the worry instead of letting it run wild 24/7. Over time, this actually reduces how often you overthink. Third, shift from why to what. When you're stuck, your brain loves to ask why. Why am I like this? Why can't I stop worrying? But research from Harvard Business Review shows that asking what questions instead of why leads to better emotional regulation and progress. Instead of asking, why do I feel so anxious? Try asking, what can I do to calm down right now? Or what's actually within my control here? This subtle shift turns pointless rumination into productive reflection. Sometimes, though, your brain needs a physical reset. This is a technique used in cognitive behavioral therapy. Break the thought loop with a pattern interrupt. Try splashing cold water on your face. Stand up and stretch. Take a brisk 2-minute walk.
Do 10 jumping jacks. Even just changing rooms can work. This activates your nervous system, snaps you out of the mental loop, and gives your brain a fresh environment to reset. Finally, let's rewire with best-case thinking. Overthinking almost always imagines the worst-case scenario, but neuroscience tells us that positive visualization can activate the same brain regions as real experiences. So instead of imagining what could go wrong, ask yourself, what if this goes better than I think? Or what's the best-case scenario here? This isn't toxic positivity. It's about cognitive balance. You're training your brain to see both sides of the coin, not just the disaster version. So let's recap. Label the thought, use the 5-minute rule, shift from why to what, physically interrupt the loop, and visualize the best case. Your thoughts aren't facts, and overthinking doesn't make you smarter, but these tools, they will. If this helped, consider subscribing for more brain-boosting, science-backed tips every week.